of rulership on earth. Tahuti having the Ibis head is because the way that the bird, when he's looking for his food, he appears to be studying. So the bird, the Benu bird that studies, became synonymous with the man who studied out of the bird clans, right? And there's all kind of bird clans: hawks, falcons, eagles, condors, vultures. They all have a different expression, but they all fall under Tahuti as the feathered serpents.
So what should the brothers be doing right now? Us as the men, what should we be doing right now?
Everybody got to do what they feel in their heart they're driven to do. For somebody to tell you what you should be doing, that means that you don't know who you are yet.
Right.
So the first order of business is to study self. Find out who you are. Look for yourself in everything you read and write.
Okay. So the reason why, well, I'm guessing this now. One of the brothers asked that is maybe because there may be some specific things. Of course, we know, the shadow work has to be done, but maybe some other things that they, I guess, hadn't yet come to the realization that, the brothers should actually be doing to put themselves in a better position.
Well, a couple of things you should be doing: clean your filters, your liver, kidneys, your lymphatic system. They got herbs that do all of that stuff. Any anybody that work in most health food stores, when you ask them what clean the liver, they're gonna say burdock root, dandelion leaf, milk thistle are the best, right? And that's the beginning. Then you need a heavy metal cleanse, because the soft metals, aluminum, iron, and whatnot, they contaminate the system, and they causes a misfiring in the nerves. A buildup of metals in the brain can give you a stroke.
So, are there any specific natural herbs that you could give the brothers and sisters that that may actually help to do all these things?
Well, I just told you, burdock root, milk thistle, and dandelion cleans the liver. Then you can use what's his name of this? Green algae and cilantro to get the heavy metals out. One of them is a flush. I mean, they get it all up. And the other one is a binder in order to excrete it. It's so many supplements. I got a herbalist, Doc Pitt, on Facebook. I refer all the people that ask me, so he can give them something based on having a conversation with them that's geared more specifically to what their current issue is. We also need to learn how to take spiritual baths, which is a constant spiritual cleansing process. Baptism was not a once in a lifetime or once a year thing. It was a daily ritual of bathing, right? Anointing and baptism is two different things.
Okay. So one of the questions in the chat says, is sitting in silence for an hour a day good for shadow work?
Can you read that again?
Is sitting with yourself in silence 1 hour a day good for shadow work?
That's part of it. But while you sitting in solitude, you have to look at the stuff you don't like in other people and make sure that's not part of who you are. Because those are things we normally condemn in other people first. The things that we do that we don't like in ourselves, we'll see them easier in another person.
Right. So I don't know whose name this is, but uric acid cleanse. At first it says an uric acid cleanse can help clear up kidneys and urinary tracts.
I'm not familiar with the boric acid cleanse, so I don't want to speak.
Uric, not boric, uric.
Spell it.
Uric acid, I thought was in urine.
It is. It is. Well, they do have people who drink their own urine for health purposes. I'm not one of them, but they do have people that do that. And that is an ancient practice.
Okay, so as far as like with the children, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best way to get the children, because I know a lot of the sisters and brothers do have children. I even know a lot of single dads that's literally taking care of their child by themselves without even the mother in some cases. But what way should we be dialoguing with the children? What way can we actually prepare the children for the upcoming events and how things are happening for us?
The children need to prepare the adults. They ready. We ain't.
Explain that.
They born ready. They born into these children that's being born now ain't like we was. They are being born with a higher sense of self than any of us had born before 2000. All these babies born after 2000 is on another level. And if you pay attention when you're looking at TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, the most comprehensive or the most easily to comprehend information is coming from the youth. I got young brothers listening to me, and then they go back and explain it to their peers and they understand it perfectly fine. But you got adults talking about that nigga crazy. Right? Because the adults can't grasp those new concepts as well as the youth.
Yeah, it's like I see how youth help us so much because they're born in this technological scientific day and age, and it's like they're like super advanced.
Yeah, well, you look at the average 1 or 2 year old know how to work your tablet. They know how to work your phone probably better than you.
Yeah.
Right. So they already born adapted to the environment that we created before they came. The goal is to start moving to an environment with the children in mind. That's matriarchy. The patriarchy don't have the children in mind first. And the patriarchy, the man is the sole focal point.
Okay, so moving with the children in mind. That means what exactly?
All of the social constructs that we fought against for the last couple hundred years, the children should not have to fight those social constructs. We as adults now, we the elders now, so it's our job to initiate the changing in the construct so that the children can have the best possible future before them. And then we raise the children by showing them what we're doing to give them their best life in the future. Right? Because the children of the future, the adults already had their horizon, son. Especially when you get 30, 40 years old, whatever you ain't done and accomplished by then, if you better get on the ball, you can get left behind.
That's absolutely correct. So financially speaking, you were saying before that basically all these banks and stuff are going to collapse. And so, people are still chasing the almighty dollar. What are we supposed to be doing in relation to the financial aspect? Because it takes finances to be able to feed your family, to take care of our women, our children, etc.
Okay, so first thing is, if the banks collapse, what's going to happen to the money?
Okay, the money is going to be no good.
The wealth's still going to be here, but the money going to be gone. So we need restructure to be recipients of the wealth that the banks can no longer process. So we have to learn family banking. And
what does family banking?
Excuse me?
What does family banking tell?
That's how to run your own bank. So you becoming like the big mom in your family is going to be the CEO of the family bank. And this is going to lead to what we call the eldest female that's most loved and respected by the entire family is the big mom. And it's her job to go and assess the skill sets of the people in the family to find out who's financially literate. Because we can't compete with centralized banking when all of the centralized banks is in the hand of less than 1% of the population of the planet. We always at their mercy. The only way to combat that or to counter that is to go to family banks and decentralize banking. To do away with fractional reserve banking that is ran off debt. By keeping you in debt, they keeping you in slavery because debt equals slavery. So the family banking is everybody learning how to handle wealth and how to distribute it among the family according to their merit.
So what will wealth look like in a society or an environment like that?
It's gonna look like everybody rich.
He says it's gonna look like everybody rich. Okay. So we have another question here. Do you think that we will ever get to the point to where we can, I think you already touched on that, where we can communicate without actually using the spoken word?
We already can. We already touched on that.
Yeah, that's what I said when I read that. Another thing is, will babies be, will there be a need to actually
Your mouth. That's a circuit. And before you do it, y'all have to go over the best life scenario that y'all trying to create.
Okay.
When y'all do it and y'all in agreement and y'all make that circuit, you go straight to source. You bypass every motherfucking intercessor they ever gave us, and you go straight to source energy to download it.
Wow. And that's it. I knew it was something. I was like, babe, like, we got to ask him. And we thought we've been doing it right by, you know, how, you know what they say, when you're orgasm, you manifest, you think of, you know. But I was like, I know Rod got like a deeper, you know what I'm saying, something that we can do that we know that it's for sure.
The climax, because remember, the uterus is a portal straight to source.
Right.
So when the climax come, that's what they call the waterfalls of heaven. That means that whatever y'all set y'all intentions for, it's just a matter of time before it manifests. The stronger you are, the shorter your turnaround time is. And the shorter your turnaround time, the faster you see it manifest. When you start with something small, with an identifier. I'm going to see a $5 bill with the letter J on it. Right?
Right.
And then, so that's something small. The universe can move that easy because you probably got a pocket full of $5 bills.
Right.
Right? But don't look for it. It's going to pop up, and then that's going to tell you what your manifestation turnaround is. And then the bigger the thing you're trying to manifest, the longer the turnaround time is, because the universe is realigning shit in order to produce it for you.
Oh, yeah. You hear that, babe? Yeah, we most definitely. Yes, and it's Maurice Rod.
What's up, big
Maurice, peace, God.
How you feeling, fella?
I'm good. So you taking notes, right?
Off top, man. You already know.
Yeah.
Make sure you start getting your good workout in beforehand.
Yeah, man.
You want to exhaust physical energy before intercourse so that you can be operating on straight spirit energy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's real.
That's crazy. That's something I would have never thought of.
Yeah. It's the same as when you're trying to learn something new. When your mind all over the place, you can't focus.
Yeah.
Right? But if you go burn off some energy where you can calm down, now your focus is clear.
Right.
Yeah. The sister said do squats. She actually on point because when you're doing squats, you sending the energy from your root chakra up.
Okay.
Yeah. We got 4 boys, so you already know. It's going on.
Yeah. In order for you to have 4 boys, that means he been doing everything he supposed to do.
No, I was mad. I was mad at God. I was like, man, I'm on punishment because I want a daughter so bad. I want a man in me. I'm the only woman in the house. So it's my husband and my 4 boys. And it's like, I want a girl, but I'm scared to try again because it'd be another boy. It's just like, no, I ain't gonna keep going down that road. But it's a reason why I do know it's a reason why I have men in my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now it's time for you to start getting the young girls in your area that doesn't have a woman to look up to. That's why you don't have no daughters.
Yo,
For 2 reasons. One is he doing what he supposed to do, so you grant him you agree to allow him to reproduce himself. One of them boys he got to come back through.
we already probably know who. That's Charlie. That's Charlie all over. It's his.
They know.
Yeah.
That's him.
I tell Reese all the time.
You see, that's the first thing I asked you. Which one of y'all
Yes,
grandfathers?
and you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
We already
That's
like
it.
his mama just died 2 months ago, and she came in my dream, and she know that her son played lottery heavy, and she came in my dream, and she said, and she gave me a ticket number, and it made it seem like we already won. It was 154, and every day I keep saying 154, so I feel like it's just a message of her just letting me know that she around. It's her number. And then Reese just said that 154 just came out Georgia Lottery yesterday. It's like she always revealing herself. But before she died, she said, Maurice, I know who I had. That's June. That's June Harris right there. That's Charlie. She said that. And that's crazy. You came right out and said it's somebody's grandfather. We been told you that. The little boy, he do not act like he too. Yeah, I told him about my dream and he broke that down. And I'm a dreamer, right? Every time I had dreams, I call my family and I let them know. If I dream of death, that means a life coming. And if I dream of the death and it was a boy, that means it's a girl coming. Like I didn't learn to decipher my dreams.
Yep, that's called flipping. That's how you flip as above, so below. Because when it comes to you in the spirit message, you have to know how you interpret it.
Yes, and I had to do. I had trial errors for a long time. Now to master it. Like I get so mad. I'm like, God, why would you give me this ability if I can't stop what's getting ready to happen? Like, here, let me know it's a boy in my family that's getting ready to pass, and I can know which child getting ready to pass. Like I had a dream of my father, so I knew it was gonna be on my daddy's side. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to learn to decipher my dreams in order for me to. So I just had a dream last night of the daycare workers. The day was at a funeral, so I called when I dropped my babies off today, and I said, "It's somebody in y'all family. It's a girl getting ready to have a child, and it's gonna be a boy." And it was like I said, "So when it happens, just let me know." But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like I want to tap in and want to get, I guess, make my abilities more stronger, or I'm just limited to just that.
No, long as you practicing deciphering your dreams, you're gonna get better and better at it.
Okay.
Then you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have a dream. If you remember the dream, you're gonna know exactly what it meant.
Yeah, that's how I knew that she was a real deal. Like I've been watching Black Magic. He been having so many guests on his page. I've been watching Collab, been watching everybody. I never had a dream about nobody, but I had a dream about you. And I'm like, yo, I said, Reese, whatever this man said, I'm following him. He's telling me like it's a reason why you came in my dream. I don't dream. When I dream, it's real deal. I just don't be dreaming just to be dreaming. It's a message in it. So that's why I knew I had to get in contact with you and let you know what I dream and like what did he tell my aunt? That's a damn hard Christian. But you just like you made everything come to light now. Now I understand. And I
Yep.
appreciate you.
I told her Jesus is ISIS. And it wasn't because I told it to her. It's because when I told her, it resonated with her deepest spiritual intuition. And that's when she knew.
Yeah. And she was all on the board with us, and we were just walking around, just waking people up. Like you was a modern day Jesus, so to speak. Like we were just going around waking people up. Like
Oh, I'm not finna dress in drag, so I'm not.
right.
I'm not finna be no modern day Jesus because I'm not dressing in drag.
Right. But we was waking our people up, and I see like that's what you here for, and I know you the real deal. You just ain't talking just to be talking. You like you.
Oh yeah, because I hate social media with a passion.
Yeah, but you here for a reason. Like you see how you woke this whole household up. Like you here for a reason. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get right back on your live and keep following you, keep watching you, and keep filling up. I'm damn near. I got to get another notebook. Like you the true babe. I love you, Rod. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. I'll talk to
Peace.
y'all later.
All right, love.
All right, King.
All right. Peace, God.
All right.
Hey,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Where you chiming in from?
New Jersey.
Jersey in the
Passing.
house, Turnpike,
Mm-hmm.
side of Shakur. That's her territory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
wow.
displaced from my motherfucking land, but they about to bring her back with honors.
Okay, because maybe I think that might be another confirmation for me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much and gratitude to you because you've been saying everything, part of everything that I've been saying since I was like 13 and 14. And now it's coming to light. And I'm realizing, because, I stopped doing certain stuff because I knew I couldn't speak to certain people on a certain level. So I just was saying certain things, and they used to call me Martin Luther King or Malcolm X in high school and stuff. They used to say I was preaching when I was just speaking from passion. That's it. So I stopped that, but I noticed people was continuing doing, dropping the jewels and dropping the knowledge. And I just want to say thank you so much, and I appreciate everything.
I think you're just trying to make me blush.
No, seriously, thank you so much. 'Cause, like, seriously, I even my dreams and certain dreams I had, and I don't know if it was because I was probably listening to you or whatever, but everything from the schools, how I compared the schools being like jail. I was telling people how why the bell ringing at a certain time and how all the doors is lined up like cells, like how like I was breaking down words in high school, like looking at the word history and a whole bunch of like mental, like and all that governmental and all that. So I was telling people this, and they were just looking at me like I was crazy, telling me I was worshiping the devil and stuff. So thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it.
But you keep your head up and fuck what they talking about and fuck who they telling.
Oh
Black
yeah,
Girl Magic
definitely.
run this bitch. So
Yeah,
y'all see,
definitely. And
Asada gonna tell y'all herself when she tell y'all her story.
and can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
It's about like certain dreams I had. Like one dream I had about my uncle, not my uncle, but it was like a lady on top of a hill, and then Sam just told me that it was like an old lady. I'm not too sure, but she was just like everything was just like kind of dark or gray, black and white, and it was like an old lady on top of the hill. So Sam just told me to ask my mother, and I asked my mother. I told her I just had a dream about an old lady on top of the hill. Then she said, "Oh, my uncle used to call me um old lady on top of the hill," and I'm like, "What?" So I was wondering, what does that mean? And then I had a dream about her. She had mushrooms all over her body. I got the chills so bad. It was like, ugh. I had a dream my mother had mushrooms all over her one time. And I was just wondering, what does that, like, what the symbolic of it? Because I've been learning certain stuff that you were saying. I noticed I was doing flips. I just didn't know what it was at all.
So your mama carried Lilith energy. Lilith was undermined when they put the moon to block the energy of Saturn, so that the women can't control their menstrual cycle,
Hmm.
right? And then the women took a while, but they figured out how to use the moon magic, right? So when they learned that, they knew that if they wanted to tap into their Lilith energy, that they would have to wait till the moon went dark for 3 days. Lilith is the big sister who is going to be Big Mama next, just like Sekhmet is in line to be Queen of Heaven and Earth next, right? So Lilith tied right into the Big Mama energy, but she's governed by Saturn, and that's why they villainize and demonize Saturn so much.
Yeah, I got Saturn on my finger right here. On this finger
So it
right
ain't no
here.
coincidence. On
Hmm.
your index finger,
On my middle finger. My middle one.
man, that's air.
And And
That's
then it's I'm
that's the
sorry.
Aquarian finger. Air
Mhm.
sign Aquarius.
Yeah, it's so much. And then I noticed like my family names. I've been was like questioning everything. I remember certain stuff when I was 3 years old. I was like it was just so much. Like when you said Obama, how Obama didn't speak after 3 months, I said that to myself. Like, and I knew when I was going, I'm like I was unsure or certain, but I'm like, nah, this is like then. And then when you mentioned that he ain't speaking 3 months, I was saying that right there that during that time. I'm like, why he ain't speaking? Why he not speaking? And I'm like, maybe I just like, don't mind. I even question myself during this time. Like people around me had me questioning myself. Maybe I was thinking I was crazy and stuff. One time I even thought maybe I was worshiping the devil, but I'm like, no, because I know what the hell I'm seeing. Like I see certain stuff. I see clouds shake like certain things. There's a whole bunch. Like I know my family, their names. Like my mother's Latasha, Sophia, Sky. I got an aunt named Trinity. Like a whole bunch of my aunt named Crystal. So I was just looking at the names and I was thinking maybe it was telling a story or something.
It is.
Or I wasn't bugging. Because
What?
I'm like, why all these names are just like my Aunt Teresa and I got Aunt Maria, like certain names I knew it was like putting the stories together, but I didn't know. And then both my sides of my father and my mother's side, they both got Irish names and stuff. And then my great great grandmother said she was Cherokee, and I was trying to figure out like what exactly. I didn't know the route like to go exactly to figure out the bloodline exactly because like the family is separate. Like I've been trying to get it together and like because for some reason I just knew like for the last 5 years I've been saying the king is coming, the king is coming. Like I don't know why I've been saying that. I've been saying certain stuff and it just been just confirmation after confirmation. It's like the story of like how maybe somebody some creature came or not a creature but being came down and the planet had kids with somebody else, and I found that was like a story similar to I think the book of some book, I'm not too sure.
It's in Genesis, Genesis chapter 6, but it's in the Sumerian tablets.
Yeah.
So Elihu was a Scot. He lost the throne to Anu. He was the ruler before Anu. And Anu challenged him for the throne. You challenge for the throne is hand-to-hand combat. So Elihu got his ass whooped in exile. And when he got exiled, he discovered Earth because this is where they sent him, but they thought they were sending him to an uninhabited part of the universe. When he found Earth, he discovered the monatomic gold in the Indian Ocean. Right? So he telepathically called Anu. Anu was like, what the fuck you calling me for, bitch ass nigga? And he was like, I got something for you. He said, this better be good because you exiled. You ain't got no business calling me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then he told him, he said, I found something that can help repair the ship, Nibiru, so that it can last, much longer. Right? But they found it in the water first, in the monatomic form. And so he got some of that and they built a Stargate for them to come down here. Mm-hmm. He told them what to do to build the Stargate, and then he had to ping the Stargate until they lined up the Stargate to Earth to get here. So he sent Inanna, he sent Enki, and he sent about 7 nurses. Right? Those became known as the 7 creative spirits. Right? But the 7 nurses, they always represent Pleiades. The Pleiadians don't believe in none of the bullshit Enlil do. Enlil is a dictator. And Enki is a hedonist. He don't give a fuck if the earth fall apart as long as he can get some good pussy and something good to eat. That's all he care about. Right? Enlil, he don't care about no sex, no food, none of that. He just want control and power. Right? So now you see the differences in how they had conflict in that odds. Mm-hmm. So when they interfered with the development of us on the earth, Enki was the first one to do that, but everything that he did, he sent Inanna to get permission from Prime Creator and Mother Earth. He was bypassing Nibiru the whole time. So when Enlil came, he said, y'all can produce this gold faster in larger abundance than y'all doing. Y'all being lazy. I'm going to take charge of Earth. So Enki and Inanna went to Nibiru to protest to Anu. We don't want him on Earth. It's a peaceful place. It's a paradise. This is your Garden of Eden story. So I knew he was like, well, why is y'all telling me? Y'all sort that shit out. Y'all grown motherfuckers. Don't bring that bullshit to me. I don't want nothing to do with it. Long as y'all save the motherfucking planet ship, I don't do what you got to do. And so Enlil came to complain that he wanted to remove the mitochondrial rights of rulership from Earth. And he wanted to install patriarchy. So one of our Nana scouts came and told her what Enlil was lobbying Anu for. And she went up there and blew a gasket on his punk ass. So you think that because you got the Y chromosome, you better? Motherfucker, do this. Raise your motherfucking gown, pap your girls, and push me out of sun, nigga. And so he started laughing and said, you can't have one without a Y chromosome. And she said, I'll be back in 9 months.
Mm.
And when she presented her child, her son, before Anu and Enlil blew a gasket, that's what caused the war in heaven. Because now she got a son that got the Y chromosome white rulership, but he also has the mitochondrial inheritance of the earth. And that undermines his authority. Undermines his authority and his jurisdiction on earth. So he was immediately pissed. So his response was, I'm finna go tear this bitch up. I'm gonna make these motherfuckers do what I want them to do, and I guarantee you they gonna have 10 times more gold. And Enki was like, you fucking with our Nana people, dog. We don't do that down here. Leave them sisters alone. So he brought a whole horde of his motherfucking soldiers down here. That's the Genesis 6 story. And when he seen that it was having the that it wasn't making them beholden to him, he really got pissed. That's when they came with the flood to destroy everybody. Right? So now he flooded this bitch out. Then from there, all war broke out. There's a big old empty space after the flood. The ship that they said